Hello, my favorite English language learners. It is your favorite English teacher here, Amy Joy. And right now, we are finishing the year 2022 and entering the year 2023. It is New Year's Eve, and so in this video, I am going to give you 25 collocations to talk about the new year. Most of these collocations come from an article by NPR titled, How to Keep Your New Year's Resolutions. I will put a link to the article in the description below so that after you learn these vocabulary words, you can see how they are used in real life. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first three collocations use the word resolution, and a resolution is basically just a goal. So our first collocation is a New Year's resolution, and this is a goal you want to achieve or a habit that you want to start or stop at the beginning of the new year. We can also say to make a resolution, that means to set a goal, and you can also keep a resolution, which means that you achieve your goal or you do what you say you want to do. So in the article they say, it's that time of year that we all start making those resolutions. But keeping those resolutions is really hard. So oftentimes at the beginning of the new year, we make New Year's resolutions, but we have a harder time keeping them as the year goes on. And some common resolutions people make are often related to fitness. For example, to get fit or to get in shape. Both of these mean to become stronger and healthier. And probably the most common New Year's resolution is to lose weight. After the holidays, you might have gained weight, and so now is the time that people usually want to lose weight. Another resolution might be to save for something, and notice that we use save plus the preposition for plus a noun. For example, to save for a house, to save for retirement, or to save for a vacation. The resolutions we just saw involve starting new healthy habits, but a New Year's resolution can also involve quitting bad habits. And a great collocation to talk about this is number 8, to break the habit of plus a noun or the gerund form of a verb. For example, I want to save for a vacation, so I want to break the habit of buying things I don't need. Again, we have break the habit of plus a noun or an ing. Break the habit of buying. And two other habits you might want to break include binge watching TV or indulging in unhealthy behaviors. To binge watch TV or to binge watch a show means to watch many episodes of a TV series at one time. And the collocation to indulge in something means to allow oneself to enjoy something that is usually bad or unhealthy. So we can say, I want to break the habit of binge watching television, or I want to break the habit of eating dessert after every meal, but I might indulge in it on special occasions. Some other things you might indulge in include indulging in fast food, indulging in cigarettes, indulging in gossip, indulging in shopping. This verb can really be used for any action or behavior that might be considered bad or unhealthy. And before we move on to our next collocations, if you have found this video helpful so far, make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel so you can keep improving your English with me. Now, the reading says that we often set these goals or make these New Year's resolutions because starting a new year gives us a feeling of a fresh start, a clean slate, or a new chapter. All of these relate to having a new beginning, and a fresh start just means a new start, and the collocation, a clean slate, might be unfamiliar to you. A slate is actually an old word for a chalkboard, and so here you can see this man is erasing the chalkboard and he is creating a new slate. So this collocation is kind of a metaphor. We are starting with no mistakes, we are starting new, we are starting with a blank page or a blank chalkboard. And to start a new chapter has a similar meaning. We are just starting over. So when we start with a clean slate or we begin a new chapter, we have this motivation to set goals. And our next collocations all have the word goal in them. We have to set a goal. That means to decide to achieve something or choose what you want to do. Then we can pursue a goal, which means to work toward that goal or take action. Similarly, you can strive for a goal, to strive for something. That means to put a lot of effort toward a goal. And then 17 and 18 are synonyms. we have to achieve a goal or realize a goal. And this means to be successful or complete the goal that you set. But oftentimes it can be very difficult to achieve or realize your goal. And the article explains that one reason for this is because humans love instant gratification. I love this collocation and I think it's very useful. Instant gratification means immediate pleasure or getting happiness now. And since we are usually not very patient, we want instant gratification. The article says that humans care a lot about the instant gratification of our experiences, and we're not that good at focusing on the long-term goal. This quote leads us to our next collocation, which is long-term goal and short-term goal. Long-term goals are goals that take a long time to achieve, and short-term goals are goals that take a shorter time to achieve. And our reading suggests that to realize your goals, you should break long-term goals down into short-term goals. For example, you might say, I want to lose 15 kilograms this year. That is a long-term goal and will take a long time to achieve. But to make this an easier goal, you can break it down into a short-term goal that will give you more instant gratification. So instead, you can say, I should lose 1 kilogram every 2 weeks. Or if you're setting some English goals, some students will just say, I want to improve my vocabulary this year. That is a very vague and long-term goal, and something more specific, tangible, and short-term would be to say, I should learn 2 new words every day. Shorter-term goals are easier to achieve and give you that sense of instant gratification, which will increase your chances of keeping your New Year's resolution. Now, the reading uses a really cute collocation to describe this strategy. It says, to realize your goals, you should break your long-term goals down into bite-sized chunks. So the adjective bite-size means that something can be eaten in one bite, and a chunk just means a little piece of something. So a bite-sized chunk means a little piece. And in a sentence we can say, if you want to save $1,000 for a vacation, it is easier to reach your goal if you break this down into a bite-sized goal of $5 a day. The reading also says that we oftentimes fail to keep our New Year's resolutions because of a fear of failure. A fear of failure is simply being scared of failing or making a mistake. But the reading also gives us some advice on overcoming obstacles. To overcome obstacles means to work through problems and succeed despite them. And the advice that the reading offers us is to give yourself wiggle room to fail so you don't feel discouraged. This is another cute or kind of funny collocation. To wiggle means to move just a little bit. So when you give yourself wiggle room, you give yourself a little bit of room to move or to fail or to make a mistake. So let's say that you have a goal of eating healthy every day. That's going to be a very difficult goal to achieve, and sometimes you are going to make a mistake or indulge in unhealthy food. So instead you can say, my goal is to eat healthy every day, but I can miss 2 days a week. This gives you a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of flexibility. So on those days that you indulge, you don't feel discouraged and you don't feel like you have failed. Okay, and our last collocation, number 25, is to ring in the new year. To ring in the new year means to celebrate the new year. Apparently in the past, churches used to ring bells at midnight to signal the end of one year and the beginning of the next year, and so it made sense that you would ring in the new year. Nowadays, we don't really use bells anymore to celebrate, but we still have kept this phrase, to ring in the new year. So you might ask friends or family, how are you going to ring in the new year? And that means, how are you going to celebrate New Year's Eve? So let me know in the comments, how are you going to ring in the new year? Or how did you ring in the new year? Do you have any personal goals you want to achieve this year? Do you have any English goals you want to achieve this year? Let me know in the comments, and maybe I can even help you achieve those goals this year. And lastly, I just want to give a big thank you to all of my favorite English language learners who have subscribed this year. I've loved teaching you in 2022, and I look forward to helping you achieve your English goals in 2023. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new, and I will see you next time. Bye!